No explanation. Let's just get into it. Interview with the Vampire, Season 2, Episode 3. Let's go. I think this might be the first time I've recorded an Interview with the Vampire during the day. Something feels wrong about this. It's been so long.
To increase their numbers.
The Great Conversion.
Okay, the Great Conversion. Like, who's initiating this? Wait a minute, hold on. I don't know, I haven't thought about this. This whole idea of like the Great Conversion, the more humans that are turned into vampires, the less like humans they'll have to consume. So if they're trying to convert a bunch of people to vampires, at a certain point, they're going to run out of their food source, right? No pain. Uh-oh. Is this him at a doctor's office? No, what is this? Has he been able to leave the house?
Omakase. We cede power to the chef, submit to his whims.
Who is this?
Sky, the one about Enron. Black blood was...
Okay, he recognizes him.
I see they've separated you from your laptop.
They?
Off your game a touch yesterday. Perhaps they believe you've been humbled.
What? How do you know all of this?
A little pale from our side.
A little pale.
I work for another watchful shop, the name of which has not come up in your conversations with them.
Interesting. Okay, so there's more involvement.
You were tracking 900 of them a month ago. We're tracking 6.
You know what? I was thinking that as well. I was like, there's no way this has been kept under wraps from like government agencies. Because, you know, a lot of what we've been seeing so far around, you know, vampire activity was conducted pre-internet, right? So it's one thing for hundreds or thousands of murders to occur in 1915 New Orleans. It's a very different thing for that to happen in the 2020s. So yeah, so it's actually not surprising that they are being tracked, watched, and have been identified in some way. But I wonder who it is. I mean, man sounds American, maybe the FBI or the CIA. I always forget which one's is more international.
Great conversion. It's real. It's happening.
Yeah, okay.
You're not the first to attempt this, Mr. Malloy.
Interesting.
Give you the names of 4 others who have, and they're all dead.
I was just about to say, or undead.
It's Raglan James.
I was gonna say, that sounds very fake.
Files have been placed with proper encryption on your comically vulnerable laptop.
Oh, wow. M16. I wonder if they know that they're being watched. I feel like they would have to assume.
The average vampire has minimal contact with humanity. I'd say we're multi-millionaires, not quite a billion.
How are you not a billionaire at this point? Like, after all that time with the ability to read minds, like, you know, all these things. I'm like, how have you not built $1 billion nest egg? I don't know. I guess it hasn't been. Well, no, I guess Armand's been alive for at least 1,000 years. But that's crazy. If a vampire who's been alive for 1,000 years isn't a billionaire, but we have actual billionaires, it's like, oh, you know what? Let's not talk about it.
We should probably wait for him.
Probably.
Does Armand leave during the day?
You've never been easier to distract. You're at the height of willful ignorance. We exploit it. This was LESTAT's prophetic vision.
Oh, tell me more. But honestly, this idea that like we currently in this modern era are even more distracted than people were 100,000 years ago. I mean, he's not wrong about that. He's not wrong. So it is interesting. I mean, people talk about that often, about the ways in which technology has both led to immense advancement, but also regression in a lot of ways. And so, yeah, the idea that like y'all have the information, but y'all just have so many other things pulling your focus that like you still aren't able to pull things together. But I'm like, is that ego speaking? Is that hubris? Is that, you know, underestimating? Like, do they genuinely think they've been sort of as discreet as they're describing now? I don't know.
Let's start to lean court.
Oh, but also on top of that, it's like Like they can read his mind. I mean, obviously they have to like opt in to it, but you know, him just sliding that paper in the notebook to like hide from his prying eyes. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. But in a way, I mean, Daniel not telling them, he's sort of an accomplice a little bit to the whatever intelligence agency that man was from being able to get dirt on them. But yeah, Lestat's prophetic vision. What does that mean?
We were shadows crouching behind stone prior to his transformation.
Oh, he's the one is he leading this great conversion?
It was 1556 when the Roman coven sent me to lead the shambolic Paris.
Not us getting Armand's story narrated in his own words without Louis present. Very interesting.
We called ourselves the Children of Darkness. We lived in squalor, hunted in shame, all in strict obedience to medieval laws put in place to protect us from humanity. We were embers on a waning pyre. The start was the wind to scatter.
I really gotta meet this guy.
You know what? I don't even know why I never considered that. I would love nothing more than to see Daniel and Lestat in a room together. Oh, wait. I didn't even know to wish for that. Oh, that'll be so good. Oh, that will be so good. Oh, okay. I'm very excited. Hopefully that happens one of these days because, man. That'd be so good. But this is so interesting that like Lestat is like the one who is bringing forth this new era of vampiredom. Because it's interesting, right? The fact that they're sort of seen as like, or they've carried themselves for hundreds of years as like just living in the shadows, living in squalor, considering they are in a lot of ways this like, you know, these all-powerful beings. And it took Lestat to come in to shift their mindset to them being the, like you said, you know, not just these shadowy figures that just sort of pop out just for the sake of satisfying their hunger and disappearing back into freaking caves and underground, but to live kind of freely and openly and like have, I guess, this pride that Claudia called it in the last episode in their vampiredom. That's so fascinating that it was him. But like, you know, the violations of the first and fifth of the great laws, like what are these laws that have been established?
I felt his presence before I saw him. Sired by one of my deserters, Magnus.
Magnus. And he was a deserter. You know, honestly, that makes more sense. Just because the way that Lestat described Magnus and him sort of turning, like it did feel like seeing how the coven under Armand is living now is like it for some reason it makes that story make more sense, because it does feel like maybe sort of the vampires of a different time, like the way that like they navigate things, like keeping a man in a dungeon, snatching up a bunch of men who all look the same and just like feeding on them, tossing them into the dungeon, getting another one, feeding, you know, and then taking one, turning him, tossing himself into the fire. Like, I don't know why, but like, because at that time, the only vampires we really knew were modern vampires. Like there was, I think, a bit of like a disconnect. Like I couldn't fully picture it, but yeah, like it makes a lot more sense seeing the state of the vampires pre-Lestat. That is not okay. I just let me watch it.
New. Something I hadn't felt before. The fourth of our great laws was writ: no vampire shall ever reveal his true nature to a mortal and let that mortal live. And here he was, prancing and preening in front of 500 mortals a night, like some patronized, tarted-up dervish.
To hear Louis tell it, Lestat becoming a vampire was a horror show.
That may be, but he made a remarkable recovery.
I was gonna say, he's like, well, let's make that lemonade. Like that's, you know, again, it kind of goes back to the similarities between Lestat and Claudia, because I think Claudia was also someone who, like, I'd say recovered very quickly and took to the news of her vampiredom very easily. But I think part of it, though, is, you know, she already lost her parents, was living with family that didn't seem to really give a shit about her. Similarly, Lestat, you know, everything he described with his father and brothers, like, I think probably just depending on, like, what the state of, you know, your life was, your relationships were at the time of turning, it probably really helps to aid in your recovery or hinder that recovery, you know, in the same token. But it's just so fascinating that, like, this new age vampire is just like having such a different set of, like, I don't know, it's like breathing kind of this new life into these people who are like centuries old. Like, I love that.
They were all in love with him. He had that effect on everyone. Using the dark gift for what?
Vanity.
His vanity. It was heresy.
But it's like, I don't know. Why not be indulgent, you know? It's just, okay, sorry. I feel like I'm talking a lot and the episode, like, barely has begun. But it's just, like, bringing me back to the scene in season 1 when Louis and Lestat were, like, sitting on the bench and Louis was, like, asking, like, what if, you know, we've been given this, like, dark gift for, like, a higher purpose? And Lestat was like, the purpose is doing whatever the fuck you want. Like, is just enjoying yourself, living in excess, and, like, kind of leading this life of, like, hedonism. And it's funny because, I don't know, like, in a lot of ways, like, I think that would be the conclusion that most vampires would, like, I feel like that feels like a natural conclusion to being a vampire, but I guess not, you know? Because, yeah, like, this idea that there have been these long established laws of being a vampire that they have to abide by, but also are very, like, judicial about. Like, they're like, if someone breaks these laws, they have to die. And a lot of these laws and a lot of, like, at least what we've heard so far seems to be around, like, keeping secret, you know, not exposing us, like being, you know, as, again, like, underground and undetected as, like, this, I don't know, kind of protectionism. And it's just crazy to think that, like, vampires who are natural predators of humans are the ones who are, like, on defense. You know what I mean? And again, it obviously makes sense from the perspective of, like, if they are found out and if people figure out how to kill them, right? At least at this stage, it doesn't seem like there's been, like, a significant proliferation of vampires. Like, it has been, like, their numbers seem actually relatively small considering, like, I think how potentially easy it is to turn other people. So again, it makes sense that they're like, all right, we don't want to expose ourselves and then potentially be completely eliminated from this earth. But again, like, I don't know, hedonism just feels like the natural conclusion, like the natural, like, well, I'm all powerful, I can read people's minds, I literally eat people to survive, am I not a god? But at the same time, I guess there is a level of, like, well, is that true? I was gonna say there's sort of, like, this level of, like, maybe piety and, like, morality that is maybe still lingering from people's, like, pre-vampire days, where they're like, no, you must stay chaste, you must, you know, do only what you must. And I don't know, like, maybe that is part of it, but it's just funny that it feels like Lestat is the first one to sort of bring this sort of energy.
I had to bring him under my control by any means. Tu es le bâtard de Magnus.
Bastard. Ooh.
Tu peux m'entendre, mon enfant.
Child.
Qui m'appelle enfant?
Je peux prendre soin de toi. Je peux t'apprendre ce qu'il ne t'a pas appris.
Yeah, I guess he hasn't had any direct instruction yet.
Viens à moi.
Come to me. I feel like that's a phrase that I've heard so many times in, like, different vampire things. I guess it was the same, come to me. That's what he told Louis the night of his brother's funeral.
Followed him for weeks.
Oh,
His rejections
oh, he
only
rejected him.
inflamed me.
Oh.
And the longer I allowed him to exist outside the coven, the more unsettled my children became.
Yeah, would they not attack him?
Fascinated by his disregard for the laws I told them could never be broken. He took a mortal lover.
Oh.
More heresy.
Oh, that must be the guy that he wrote the music for.
Nous allons nous faire rattraper.
Je l'espère.
Is this that same park that Armand met Louis for the first time? Look at that. History repeats itself. He looks horrible. He looks horrible. But you know what's so funny? It kind of feels like a similar parallel, right? Is like you take people who follow a certain set of rules set forth by some older text, whether like physical text or verbally communicated text, and they witness people who exist outside of that and operate outside of that spiritual or social or legal framework. And they're having a grand old time. And you're just sort of like, I'm following my law, right? I'm following a certain practice. But then I look out and I see people who are defying that, and they seem to be having a more joyous existence than the one that I'm living. And I feel like people can react in like multiple ways. One way is for them to feel a intense sense of like envy and resentment, and so they make it their goal to like bring the other person or people to heel, right? It's like, how dare you live outside the confines of this social box that me and others like me are living within, and they try to like kind of pull them back in, or at the very least punish them for operating outside of that. Or they're like, maybe I should go over there. Maybe I should drop these shackles and join join this other side. And so it seems like Armand and the coven, make that latter decision.
La solitude que tu ressens, il ne l'atteindra jamais. Sois avec les tiens.
Et abandonner mon gilet à carreaux, mon col jabot.
Yeah, he's like, and live like you? If this is what I should be aspiring to, are you evidence of the life that I should be living? Because if that's what's on the other side, baby, I'm good over here. I'm good right here. Thank you. Like, look at him. He looks horrendous.
Rien. Il n'est rien.
LESTAT, là.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
LESTAT?
I thought you're not supposed to do stuff like this publicly. Isn't this exposing yourself? What the hell? Don't tell me he killed Nicholas.
Tu ne lui as pas révélé ta vraie nature, n'est-ce pas?
De ses pouvoirs.
Oh, I guess he didn't know about any. Of course he didn't know about any of this.
Je n'ai pas ses pouvoirs.
Mais tu l'auras. Tu as le sang de Magnus.
Oh?
Tu gâches ton potentiel en menant cette vie-là.
Nikki's not dead, is he? Yikes. Yeah, okay. So even looking the way he does, he still has these powers and is stronger than LESTAT.
Je suis Armand. Je suis le chef de ton clan.
Your coven leader? I can't imagine LESTAT being a follower. I can't imagine him being like, yes, sir, yes, matre, or whatever they call him. Like, no, that's not his way. That's not his character.
Ramène ton gilet sur les larves, veux-tu?
He's not dead, is he? They're not gonna kill him, are they? Oh. Oh. Of course, theatrics. Classic LESTAT.
Il ne se réveille pas.
Oh. Wait, really?
Est-ce amusant de vivre dans une telle saleté? Elle est plus honteuse.
Nous devons servir Dieu.
Oh, do they?
De Satan.
Wait. Okay, so then maybe what I said before was like kind of right. Is like there's still a piety. There's still like they're following some sort of religiosity even as vampires. But that's fascinating. They believe that they are serving God through Satan. That's fascinating.
Tu vas attirer la colère de Dieu sur nous avec tes péchés.
Il parle d'une homme triste et vêtement cloué.
Oh shit, what's he about to do? He's gonna smash it? Knew it, I knew it. Oh my gosh. And he's just like, I have not been smitten. Where is the smiting? Wow. Okay, so I was not off track with like the religious parallels. That is so funny. So it's like, is he helping them with deconstructionism? Are the vampires being deconstructed?
C'est un art pour tomber. Raboter simplement pour le simple d'esprit.
And it makes sense because he himself lost his religion as well.
Romper hors de cette prison qu'il bâtit pour vous.
You let it happen.
His words had been my thoughts for half a century.
Oh, interesting. Oh, so he needed a figure. But then, like, again, now he's becoming their messianic figure. Because that's the thing, right? Is that what you notice is a lot of people who have one belief system, even when they're broken out of it, oftentimes I still feel like they try to fill the absence and the gap left by that belief system for just like another belief system, you know? And so the way that they're like, you know, he's standing there, very white Jesus, and like they're all like looking up at him like, oh my God, he's bringing us truth and light and this and that. He's bringing us salvation. Like he is becoming another messianic figure. Oh, this is so, I love this. I did not think this is where we're going. This is amazing.
Nous sommes les dieux.
Yeah.
Vous êtes les dieux.
Yeah. Kind of maybe it's like messianic, but also maybe like a little cult leader. Just a little bit. We are gods. Everyone else, they are, you know, lost people, but we're the chosen ones. Actually, no, that's pretty Abrahamic as well. But not really, because there is, you know, still there's no, that power structure doesn't really exist. So I guess, yeah, maybe it's more a little more cult leader. It's like, free yourself from the shackles of this eternal plane. Like, oh my God. I have so much to talk about. Okay, I'm 15 minutes in. I need to calm down. All right, let's keep watching. Oh, Nikki.
Some could not reconcile the life I had made for them with the life Lestat had told them was possible.
Oh my God. This is amazing.
They went mad. Ended themselves.
Jeez. Oh no. Damn. That is the thing though. There are people who really struggle with having lived a certain existence for so long and then being told that like that was a lie. A lot of people like psychologically like can't handle that. It's like this break from like their known reality. But damn. Okay. Because I was imagining if they'll all be like, we're free. We're going to follow the lifestyle that you have. That. But like, if it's been centuries of them living and existing a certain way, like, yeah, that was a bit maybe naive of me to think.
The thing that kept me from the fire were the old rituals.
Oh gosh, really? Still? Drinking your own blood? Is LESTAT gonna save him? Oh!
Je pourrais parler jusqu'à la fin du monde, sans jamais te dire tout ce que tu as détruit ici.
It's so crazy. LESTAT had this much power. And he's just a newbie.
Comment peux-je tuer des objets par la simple force de ton esprit?
But that's the thing. It's like, you know, it's not the powers themselves, it's the person. Like that. I think that's the distinguishing thing, is that who he is as a person, vampire powers are not. Like he's got it. You know? He's got that je ne sais quoi. Okay, I need to stop pausing. The seductress. Oh, this is so crazy. I can't believe this is how this all went down.
Tu as fait de ton Nicolas l'un des nôtres.
No. Keeping him mortal. Or, oh?
Est-ce que le garçon a accepté le don?
Wait. Did he turn, wait, did he?
Ici.
Wait, what
J'aurais
happened?
pu te prévenir.
Il s'en remettra.
Oh, he's just depressed? This also feels low-key like anti-miscegenation. Like, you can only be with your own kind.
Dans ce temple, croire protège. Mais on sème les rituels du temple. Pas depuis les échos, mais depuis les premiers pas.
Wow. So this when they say he's a co-founder. Oh shit, they're still alive. Oh shit. Okay, that's good. Wow. This is what they mean about the power of a charismatic leader. Oh, they're killing the actors? Oh shit. This honestly is a very LESTAT idea.
Il croit vraiment que c'est une pièce de théâtre. Tu as mené une réforme, LESTAT.
Nous l'avons fait ensemble.
Après une centaine de nuits ici, tu t'ennuies déjà.
Seulement avec le jeu d'acteur.
This is so crazy that this man has this power over him.
C'est une mèche spéciale.
Hello? Who is that?
Elle devrait regarder sa partition.
Oh, is he human? Oh, no, he's not the vampire. Oh, is he in love with LESTAT or something? I'm sure LESTAT had so many people fighting over him. Oh, LESTAT is crazy. I'm so sorry, LESTAT. I was not familiar with your game. Truly. I did not give him the credit he deserved. This is shocking.
And a week later, LESTAT was gone.
No way. Was LESTAT just using him to be able to learn all of these powers, all these abilities, and then he's like, dip. On to phase 2 of my plan. Guys, I'm already obsessed with this episode. This is my favorite episode so far. I'm not even halfway done. Okay, I need to stop talking. Watch.
We went to open the theater the next night. He was met by the lawyer, Pierre Roger I.
Waiting for me with a trunk full of cash and instructions to cover the theater's costs in perpetuity.
That's crazy.
LESTAT is, was, and will always be for LESTAT.
Never say I love you to a raging narcissist.
Yeah.
And I locked away those words for another 150 years.
Until he met Louis.
And then he arrived
Oh my gosh.
and shattered that lock. This is what frightened me most about you.
Like you feared that he would abandon you as well?
Working in a car factory, he hates his maker, takes the boat back to America.
Oh, they're kind of come up with their story.
What's he look like?
They won't ask that.
He said he was our maker. I need this coal for myself.
I was gonna say, if anyone is gonna fuck it up, it's gonna be Louis. So you need to make sure he has ample time to practice.
Smile crooks up to the left, bunch of moles on his crotch and thighs.
I don't need that.
Well, he didn't keep you under floorboards for a week.
Huh? Keep you under floorboards for a week? Excuse me? I did not realize the extent of that. I assumed it was just like that individual night. Oh my. Okay. I did not know that. Oh.
I try to keep us safe. You might be having a good time now, but there's danger if they find out we lied.
Oh God.
The door was ajar.
If you open up the windows and the doors, you get a little breeze.
Cavalier. But I'm sure you're being careful.
Maitre, welcome to our lair.
Did I give you consent to look me in the eye, Puce?
Oh. Okay. Did not know it was like that. Okay. All right. I don't know how I feel about that. Because Louis could look you in the eye. I guess this is sort of like, you know, initiation. So I guess, you know, part of the deal sometimes.
Show me where you go at night.
Know what it means to be loved by death.
My favorite part.
No pain.
No pain.
Look up. This is what's called the wet room. Keep the sacrifice in there till 10 minutes to the stage. You put your freshie in the body box. You close the lid.
And then you open the in-between. Rats eat the body?
Bagora, the rats do the dirty for you. These rats are smart. They can go quiet. You open up the wrong box, they go run.
Oh, he's definitely saying that from experience.
What are these?
Burial vaults. Coven members past, mostly heretics and lawbreakers.
What laws?
Until the ceremony.
I was gonna say, so they still have certain laws?
I walk a new part of the city every night. Try to get lost. Somehow, I always end up back by the river.
There's much talk of your camera in the coven.
Yeah, right.
They say you're mad in love with humanity.
Yeah, he really does. And I can see why that's attractive. Also, I mentioned this in a different video, but I think I might have edited it out. But I'm just like, with these old ass cameras, how well do they photograph in low light? You know? Like, I don't know that much about cameras.
I like some of the Gaga songs. What the fuck does she know about cameras?
I feel like, I don't know. That's hard, right?
Nothing worse than being dragged around unwillingly by a companion. This was...
Oh, shit. He knows. He knows.
I'm not joining the coven. Trying to save you a sales pitch. Me? Not much of a joiner. Or if that's why you're here.
It is not the whole...
Oh, is that LESTAT?
No. It's definitely not the whole reason he's here.
Oh my god.
I like you.
I like you. Isn't that obvious?
Oh no. Nothing there. Why am I so into this? This like budding romance. But I guess, yeah, he's a bit hesitant just based on his experience with LESTAT and like being hurt and being abandoned. He's probably, you know, being overly cautious. I just love like vampires having basic relationship problems. It's just so good.
If we were the only vampires in Paris.
For a second, I felt like we were.
Oh, Louis is so fucking smooth, man.
Yes, of your independence. It's a problem. You outside looking in.
What are they gonna do about it?
Not mine.
Well, it could be your problem, depending.
But I'm here, in the streets, cafes, the salons, the bars ripping hot jazz. Whole place feels like it's born again. Not where were you or be careful. I had enough of that back home.
Had enough of that back home. I wonder if that's the same reason LESTAT left, because he wanted that independence. I mean, that was his whole thing before, right? Was that he refused to join the coven because he was like, I'm living my life, you know? So I wonder if that's what made him leave. I don't know. Curious.
What room is there left for me? If you have not found yourself.
Go to his room.
Louis is too fucking, he's too fucking smooth. I can't handle it.
I was putting him in a very difficult position.
I was supposed to be luring him in.
And he's the one. Exactly.
I started spending less time at the theater. And...
Really? Oh, the coven is not going to be happy about that.
Flirtation.
Oh, shit. Not him getting messages.
Yes, and thoughts were
Oh, God. Not this extra level of stress.
empiric life in the abstract. Something wrong?
Oh, God.
Something you were saying made me think of,
Think what?
just flew out of my head there. It's gone.
They're like, do you want us to look for it?
Yeah, at this point, how's she doing? What's she doing at this stage of things?
Now they put Daniel in a compromising position.
First thing I do, when I creak open the lid, muck about in their heads, find their shame. You were an orphan.
Could say that.
And an orphan again. We have that in common.
I thought Maître made you.
Why would you say that? My maker lies in the walls downstairs.
Oh.
Maître, put him there.
Oh. Did he break one of the laws?
His blood was exquisite. I'm good mimic, and I can fly.
And you kill with panache.
And your dearly departed maker, what gifts did he bequeath the Muppet vampiress?
None.
He taught me how to lie well.
You'll make a fine actor then. It's Louis who's from Chicago, yes?
Just outside it. Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, he can tell they're lying. I mean, I was gonna say they all probably can, but he seems the most tacked in.
Over and over, and I will do it again.
Why does that make you as evil as any vampire? Aren't there gradations to evil? Is evil a great perilous gulf one falls into with the first sin?
There was a line, are we as evil as our worst moments? No.
Are we the sum of our worst moments?
Actually, I think this is an interesting line to come up because, and I do this truly not as a call out, because I appreciate when you guys make comments and I say challenge my thinking about certain things and challenge my perspective. But there was a comment that was left maybe a week ago or so. I guess they were reacting to my comments in the first episode of season 2 when Louis and Claudia were speaking to the vampire that they met and were trying to convince her to join them and come with them back to America because the blood here is like, so it's like filled with like sadness and grief and sorrow. And I made a comment of like, oh, but like, what if she's evil? Like what? Or I was like, oh, but like essentially making the statement of like, we don't know anything about this woman. Who's to say she's not going to, as soon as they go over there, publicly massacre as many people as possible and like potentially, I didn't say anything explicit, but basically that's kind of where my mind was. And this person made a comment of like, to that commenter and, other people who may have a similar opinion, they may be more in the Louis camp where he says, I kill people. I eat them. I end people's lives. I am as evil as any vampire. And I'd say maybe for myself, I'm perhaps more in the Armand camp where I do think there is a spectrum, right? And maybe the kind of confluence of those two things are that, there may be a spectrum, but maybe it's after you hit a certain point. Everything between, if we're talking about a scale, everything between 5 and 10 is still evil. And it's like, yes, there are varying degrees, but it's still, within that category. Maybe that's sort of the thinking of it. Anyway, I just thought that was, this is an interesting conversation that's happening between them two. And it just kind of ties back to a comment.
But if evil is without gradation, and it does exist, this state of evil, then only one sin is needed. How is this evil achieved? How does one fall from grace and become evil?
Oh no, gosh.
You only want him 'cause you're feeling blue. Come to me.
There's Come to Me again.
Never run his fingers through your hair the way I do.
This is so crazy. This is so crazy. This is so crazy. Just the presence of Dream LESTAT still to this day, I'm so intrigued. because for many reasons. Like, I'm really trying to understand what this represents for Louis. Like, what this like dream version of Lestat is. Is it like a manifestation of guilt? Is it a manifestation of like longing, right? Like, he's missing him. It's like, because, you know, it made a bit more sense in when he was in Romania, and like, you know, it was years of them just like living in the dirt, Claudia not speaking to him, all these things, bringing back a little invisible friend version of Lestat, like, you know, maybe makes a bit more sense. But like, in this instance where that is no longer the case, it's like, okay, like, what exactly does this like dreamless that really like what's, I guess, the reason for him being conjured in these situations? I don't know, but like in this particular situation, and I think when they were on their walk as well, it doesn't seem like he intentionally brought him in. So I guess it's less of like a conscious conjuring and more of like a haunting. But like, it's like his mind is bringing him forth. So like, what is it? And I think there's a comment that mentioned something along the lines of like kind of bringing back to, I guess, the forefront of like the mind, Paul, and his mental health condition. It was never obviously explicitly stated or diagnosed, but I don't know if it's schizophrenia of sorts. So they brought that up as like, I don't know, they didn't explicitly say, oh, there may be something there for Louis as well, psychologically, but you know, I mean, hinted as much. And so that's an interesting thought that like, I don't know, I'm still trying to, I think, like wrap my mind around his purpose, for not like literally, but like more figuratively, you know what I mean? Oh my God.
I don't know. Maybe you're right.
There he is again.
Oh, he sees him? He hears him?
Sorry.
And we were having such a nice conversation.
Oh, so he knows. Or does he know it's Lestat? Like, at what point is he going to reveal that he knows?
Bruce, for 30 years.
Bruce.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
How long are we going to play games?
Oh, okay. Fucking finally.
Before you say, let me tell you a little something about 18th century Armand.
Lestat.
Finally.
I'm tired of holding on to it. Lestat was my companion in America.
I mean, he knew.
He knows.
Do you know where he is?
I want you to say it.
Oh, he knows. Wait.
I killed him, and he fucking had it coming.
Well, that's debatable.
I've known for months.
Of course he did.
And that means what? Well, you gotta kill me now?
Oh, is that one of their rules?
Did she help you kill him?
Yes. No.
You broke one of the great laws.
Oh, it is, okay.
Any great laws? Lestat never told me shit.
I told you I loved you.
Go away.
Calm down.
And you said nothing.
What's the hell with you?
Oh, Jesus. Okay. This is feeling maybe a little bit more like Paul. So Armand is still taken, or still, I guess, operating off of the whole kind of like the great laws. Like, even though they're not, you know, living in squalor, I guess they still are anchored to those great laws that were established and had been communicated before. And you know, I guess that makes sense because they did talk about the other coven members who were stored in those lockers or whatever, and how you know, they're in there because they essentially broke the great laws. Oh, wait,
Even though I'm still the only one you trust.
no, of course not. Wait, he's like making out with like this like vision. What is happening? Unless this is like truly like a projection of Lestat into Louis's brain. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Kill me again.
What?
Show me. The only way you know how to love.
Oh my goodness. Oh, is he trying to confirm if he's there? Like with the photo that he took? Oh Oh my goodness, this is very violent. Oh, this is a random person. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. So, okay. All right. This is, yeah, it's not just like a coping mechanism type of deal. This is a mental health issue. Well, glad we got confirmation here of the nature of this.
He was a loner, had fickle mood.
We could take a night off.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm sure it's also like kind of fucking with him, also having to learn this false story about Bruce as well. But also now it's like, okay, this helps to like connect back to like what we saw in episodes 1 and 2 of this season, where like Louis essentially had mentioned like his difficulties in sort of piecing together all of these elements of his past. And so if he's kind of having like, you know, these like psychological breaks, like it makes a lot more sense, and it just brings clarity to his like apparent like desperation to really get the details right and remember certain things, and you know, all of that. And so yeah, this all is like coming together a lot more clearly now.
We should do this. We should be real careful, like you said.
Jesus.
Louis!
Oh no. Oof.
Could have said, put your coffin on a boat. Go to Paris. There's a beautiful coven there, I know, because I fucking founded it. And then I met the motherfucker. It was better when he broke my bones. Crammed me under the floorboards.
Oh my gosh.
It was when he had me pinned. And he told me he loved me.
What?
Before, during, and after. That fucked me up. One day, he said, had enough of your gloomy face. Drove off on a motorbike.
So that was his actual last words.
Gonna let me join the coven end of this week. It'd be nice if you come.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Yeah, he doesn't feel like he can admit it to her now. Claudia's been through a lot. Just like in her actual life, her I guess human life, her experience when she tried to set out on her own, and then like, and honestly, it like makes it even more disgusting to me that LESTAT was like using her experience here, this like very painful and traumatic experience, to like mock her, you know? Like, anyway, let's just keep going.
The lawyer for the buyer is ready for the teleconference.
Oh, for the painting or whatever?
The lawyer?
It's about the bacon triptych.
A real cold cup of water there, Rashid. I was really in it.
Okay, now should I be suspicious of this, Rashid? Media coverage, Great Fire. Oh wait, it burned down? The theater? Okay, I don't see a year. RJ? That's not Rashid, is it? Just kidding.
I am who you think I am.
Wait, did they burn down the theater to kill like the rest of the coven?
The vampires! For real! Going to kill us all!
What is this? He's disrupted the performance.
No. Let him speak, son.
Oh my god.
Graced us with his presence. What an honor.
He's here in support of the girl.
Did you read Le Monde today?
I have not.
A mutilated body found in a park 3 nights ago.
Jesus.
Because everyone was in coffin by curfew.
They have a curfew? Jeez.
And I don't see our girl here at that particular park.
Louis is making his time difficult here. His relationship with the coven difficult.
Are you making demands?
Ooh.
The coven would like to know what you intend to do with him.
Ooh.
And do you speak for the coven?
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, it's gonna be like a Louis versus coven. Oh my goodness. So does Armand kill them all?
After she's committed herself to us, then I'll do what must be done. Does that satisfy?
Did in my makeup for fathers.
Does that satisfy?
Oh shit.
It does, maître.
So they're like, they don't like that Louis is getting special treatment, essentially. Damn, they really got Claudia wrapped up. God, this is crazy. Oh.
How did it feel?
Like home.
Would you have us?
Yes, Major.
Wow. It still feels religious. It still feels kind of cultish.
5 laws.
Okay, yes, I want to know the laws. Oh, okay.
Each coven must have its leader, and only he might order the working of the dark trick upon a mortal.
Really? He has that much control?
Law 2. The dark gifts must never be given to the crippled, the maimed, or to children.
You left the body in the park.
Oh, shit.
No vampire
the tunnels.
must commit to writing the history of the vampire.
Oh, well, that's a little awkward because she has these diaries. Oh, is that why she got rid of them? Maybe? That could be it.
Exposed us. Should I allow the London Coven such exposure?
Oh, God.
No vampire shall ever reveal his or her true nature to a mortal and let the mortal live.
You revealed yourself to the law firm of Roger et Habert.
Oh, shit. He's broken every law.
May ever destroy another vampire.
Oh, shit.
Except that the Coven Master has the power of life and death over all his flock. And it is his obligation to finally seek the destruction of all those who have broken these 5 laws. Will you abide by this 5th and final law?
I will.
Look after Claudia.
Fire.
She doesn't need looking after. She won't be here very long.
No way. No, don't.
You made her at 14. As fierce as it is now will not endure. It will break apart in time.
What? You think?
I've seen it all before.
Wait. So that's why they don't want children to be turned. What's with the baby doll dress? Her
My
costume.
baby loves windows.
I play your governess.
Oh, she's still gonna play a child.
And I play the little girl.
You'll be their little birdie for the next 50 years.
Oh shit, she's not gonna like that. She's not gonna like that. Oh no.
Don't give up on her. Tell her she's beautiful. Tell her that every morning.
He's not, I mean, come on. Oh, Louis. He's gonna let him escape. I think I heard that there actually are like tunnels throughout all of Paris.
You walk me home.
Did he break you, Louis?
But I carry him. I don't know if I.
You will. I did.
You and him?
A century or so ago.
Oh, Lord.
Yesterday. What is time to a vampire?
I just love how they struggle to pretend like they're above it all. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the same struggles, man. Anyway, what's he gonna do? Because he's essentially betraying his coven right now by letting Louis live. What's gonna happen? What is Lestat gonna think? I don't know why I care, but like, oh God. Oh? Oh no. Not rejection. Or is he gonna invite him up? Lord. Oh Lord, oh Lord.
Are you inviting me in?
Inviting you in?
Depends. Are you gonna kill me?
Are you gonna fuck? Are you gonna fight? This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm like in shock. I'm so scared of the coven. Oh my goodness. Holy heck. I have to say, I loved everything about this episode. Everything. From the very beginning to this final scene. So that was a great episode. I'm gonna have to apologize for leaving y'all hanging on this particular episode because holy heck, this was so good. I'm always like, where to start? But I have a very clear roadmap in my mind of everything I want to talk about. So, number one, we got to address essentially, you know, what was the discovery from the first scene where there are people, agencies, organizations that are aware of what's happening with the vampires, what the plan is, the great conversion, and are aware of just the existence of many Like, I think he said, increased from 900 to like 1600, something like that. So they're being tracked, they're being watched, and I'm sure at some point they will be dealt with. And the fact that they are, they've essentially bugged Daniel's computer and are now not only listening in on what's being discussed, but they're also helping to provide like supplementary information. Like, them sending him the article about the theater burning down to help give him more insight. Like, that's an element of the story that I was not expecting, right? Because so far it really has been Louis, Armand, Daniel as like players in like the current, in the present day. But now we have, this intelligence agency being part of this as well. That just adds additional stakes. No pun intended. But like additional stakes to all of this, So that's fascinating. Daniel, unfortunately, does not have a great poker face. So his like, click, 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 click. And they're like, hello? And he's like, oh, my computer, yeah, anyway, so Claudia, what's she up to? And so, yeah, I don't know how much longer he'll be able to hide that from them, and like what their reaction really would be, right? Because they seem to at least like ideologically differ from whoever is leading this like great conversion. I just have a feeling it's LESTAT, but I don't know if that's, really the case, but I have a feeling. So yeah, they don't seem to have the same ideology of whoever is trying to push this forward. And so, if anything, right, at least what they communicated in season 1 was that this story, right, this book that they are, providing the information to Daniel to write is, I guess, in a way to help inform the world of these vampires before they're able to complete their mission. I don't know the best way to describe it, but like, you know what I mean? And so there's that, right? So I don't know if I would anticipate them. Of course I'll be upset, right? Because, their words and like everything they're sharing is not kept under lock and key pre-publishing, but like, I don't know. I mean, in a way, it's like, are they ultimately on the same side as this intelligence agency? Like, kind of. So there's that. I'm also like, I would be surprised if they were aware that that this effort exists. And so yeah, so I don't know. So I'm just wondering how that, I think it's inevitable that they're going to find out more about them, or they're going to find out about this intelligence agency. And so I just assume that, I don't know. I guess I'm just curious how they're going to react to that. Then there was that whole section where we were getting some history from Armand. And like, I think it's my favorite part of the episode, honestly. Like, just getting a bit more of a fleshed out perspective on kind of again, it's just funny because I made the comment about like he still kind of entered as this like messianic figure, sort of bringing these vampires to the light, so to speak. Like the fact that I was gonna even just like measure time by like pre-LESTAT versus post-LESTAT, like BL and AL, before LESTAT, after LESTAT. But like it kind of is that, right? He is sort of this like marker of like a shift, at least with the Paris vampires, but like a shift between the old way and like this new era, the old era and this new era. Yeah, but I really enjoyed that part of the story. It just makes things make a lot more sense, and it honestly elevates for me LESTAT just like overall, right? Like as a character, it's like, oh, this is not just a man who like popped in and like, he's a little flamboyant and he's like, oh yeah, let's start a theater group and this, that, and the other. Like he completely altered the way in which these vampires viewed themselves in relation to the world. He really is like an important figure beyond just starting a theater, like it's actually pretty, like I just was not, I wouldn't have expected his importance to be that significant just from what we've seen and heard so far. So that's fascinating. Yeah, I I need to know more. But then, but at the same time now, it honestly then adds a deeper level of like fear. Like it adds even more stakes to like them trying to hide the fact that they killed Lestat. Because it's one thing if they're like, oh, we just love him. You know, he was just such a great actor and he really brought, you know, this whole theater family that we have together, and, you know, we just really appreciate him for it. No, it's like a different level. And so for them to know that they killed him, like they're really in danger here. Like, especially the fact that it's them, right? Like, I'm sure tales of Lestat has like, you know, spread across the covens around the world. But like this particular group it's a bit crazy. Also though, and here's the thing, I'm not that great with faces, so I may be wrong in saying this, but just taking a scan of the people who were part of that like pre-Lestat coven, I actually do not know if any of them are still part of this current coven. Like I wasn't able to match faces. I may be wrong in that, so definitely correct me if I'm wrong, as long as it's not a spoiler. But like, it seems like this is all a new generation. And so because they mentioned that different coven members have been killed and put in those storage locker, whatever the frick you want to call them, like I'm like, oh, so that first generation like all broke the laws in some way. So I just find that interesting. But now I'm like, I don't even know if these people can find out, because I think these people are fucking dead. The theater burned down. I think basically Armand probably truly fell so deeply in love with Louis that he was like, you know what? Fuck the coven, bro. Let's run off. Let's get married. But obviously they're gonna come after us, so let me kill them. Oh, this is crazy. I'm like, I know I've like mentioned like I'm like really like Louis really got that motion, but I'm like, if what I think is going to happen actually happens, and essentially Armand betrays his coven for Louis, I'm like, that's having motion to the nth degree. Like I'm like, having people left and right betray their values, betray their family for him. Like, I'm like, yo, if I was Louis, I'd be like, I mean, I really got it like that. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I really hope nothing happens to Claudia though. I mean, like I did find it interesting that they finally expressed the reason why they feel like, you know, that changing children is against one of their laws. And it's because, I guess, based on past experiences, children, I guess just based on, you know, where kind of the arrest in their brain development or whatever, like they're incapable of kind of maintaining their sanity for a long time. So the way Armand said it, it's like, it's, you know, not before long, she's going to essentially make the decision to end her life. I don't know. I hope that doesn't happen. But I think at this point, I feel like I'm making the assumption that she's dead. Something else though is about Claudia. So she's very taken by this group and all of the different, like, you know, there's these sort of like ritualistic elements to her finally being accepted by the coven. You know, of course she has to do like the grunt work and like a bit of like an initiation, sort of like a sorority, fraternity, gang. But it's just like, you know, so you know, so there's a little bit of that we saw in this episode, but at the same time, it's like she just has been like, even just the way that she talks about them, the way that she like, it's just so like, you know, she's mouthing the words to the play, and it's just so like enraptured, and just like, I don't know, that's why I said it feels a bit cultish, because it's like she's really drank the Kool-Aid. But it was really interesting to see that scene at the end when they present her with the like costume, and they basically are like insinuating that she's going to be playing the role of a child for, I forget how many years that they mentioned, but like for 50 years, let's say, right? It's sort of like, you know, her reaction, it felt like, I don't know, maybe part of it was like her realizing that they currently and will forever see her as a child, and it sort of rubbed her the wrong way. I don't know. It just felt like there was something there in her reaction where something dawned on her, and it felt like what she saw as this, you know, future that they like presented to her was not one that she wanted. So interested to see how that's resolved. And then yeah, Louis and oh no, oh my god, I can't forget this. Everything with like the visions that he's having of Lestat. Like I mentioned it earlier, but yeah, I think it really lends credence to this theory that it's of course, you know, part of it is, you know, trauma, so maybe a little PTSD, but like also part of it I think has to be, I believe it's probably related to the illness that we saw Paul struggle with. I think especially in that scene where Louis took the photo and he, you know, again was like, you know, desperate to develop it, to like be able to prove to himself that he actually wasn't there. It's the same with like, you know, him killing the man in the park. Like, I think it's goes beyond just these like flashes, but I think Louis does feel like his mind is maybe unraveling a bit. And so it just feels a bit related to you know, what we saw Paul experience. And yeah, Armand about to risk it all for this man. It's so crazy. And yeah, I mean, the more that we see of like the development, of course, and he knows, right? And he of course knew the entire time, was like just waiting for Louis' admission, but like, he's not gonna kill that man. He's in love with him. Oh, they're about to go bang upstairs. But I mean, sorry, going back a little bit, but it did show that the coven is recognizing the ways in which he is not holding Louis to the same standard that he's been holding the coven members to for so long, right? Like, I think it was mentioned, he was like, when, I'm forgetting his name, but like the main actor guy, when he was like, you killed my maker for less. And so they're noticing that he has a sweet spot for Louis, and that's also gonna cause problems between them and the coven. So like, he's in a very unfortunately precarious position, but considering, you know, they're chatting with art dealers in their condo in Dubai, it's very obvious which side he chose. So yeah, but I'd say like the more I've been seeing of them and their relationship developing, the more I'm like, okay, I get it. All very crazy. So many shocking reveals, so many, I wouldn't say twists this episode, but a lot of like big moments this episode. So super excited to see the rest of the season. So if you guys want to join me on my meandering journey through Interview with the Vampire, feel free to subscribe. And with that, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.